Your shadow can be loud, but it does not have to get the final say. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda, and I found the other side of that mental darkness. And I look for music that explains different aspects of the mental health struggle so that I can help others find the other side as well. So if you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Now, at the request of my amazing Patreon and partner, that I appreciate so much. He requested Lewis Capaldi, Before You Go. So that's what we'll be reacting to today. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon, please make sure to do so. You get priority song requests, intimate little Zoom calls with me every single month, and so much more. And every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. But I have no idea what I'm getting into with Lewis Capaldi. Never listened to him. I think him. But I did see that this has like a bazillion views on it. So apparently I am just under a rock and left out again. So I see a trend forming here with my reactions when people introduce new artists to me. But let's not dawdle. Let's jump into my first time hearing Lewis Capaldi in general, but in this case, Lewis Capaldi, Before You Go.
I fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Our every moment I started a place, cause now that they're gone, all I hear were the words that I needed to say. When you hurt under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Well, time can heal, but this won't. So, before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather. So, before you go, was there something I could have said to make it all stop hurting? It kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless. So
Oh! I feel kind of dumb right now because when he asks, was there something I could do to make your heart beat better? That really hit hard. I started tearing up. My mom passed away of a heart attack very suddenly. And even though I know I couldn't have changed anything, that line lands like a what if. That what if that we all have when we lose somebody. Then the shift comes and it became really obvious to me. Oh, it kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless. This isn't just about sudden loss. That's when I realized this isn't just about sudden loss. This is someone battling an invisible storm that their loved ones never fully saw, and then losing to that battle, unfortunately losing their life to that battle. But the opening lines, going back to that real fast, shows how grief turns memory into self-interrogation, how you start rewriting moments and memories. And I think part of that is partially out of blaming yourself for things you could have never known, like things that you never ever could have possibly known, but you still blame yourself for. But I think it's also partially in reference to how your memories start to fade, and that makes you start clinging on harder. That makes your grief process shift when your memories of your loved ones start to fade. So I think that's kind of a double meaning there. Because you're trying to fill in the blanks, right? You're trying to hold on to that memory and fill in the blanks as things start becoming patchy and spotty. But the troubled water running cold, that I think captures perfectly that hidden pain of the chaotic underneath, but the numb to the outside. Oh, sorry.
before you go, was never the right time, whenever you're cold, when little by little by little until there was nothing at all. Our every moment I started to play, but all I can think about is seeing that look on your face when you hurt under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Well, time can heal, but this won't. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make it all stop hurting? It kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless. So
Oh my gosh. I did not I did not see like this coming to have such an emotional reaction, but I never know when my emotional reactions are coming, right? But this is really bringing me home to my mom. It was never the right time whenever you called. That captures how guilt rewrites the past. And in my case, I'll never forget. I think it was in my mom's last month. It might have been a little bit over a month, but in my mom's last few weeks, she called on her lunch break, like she always did. And she just wanted to she just wanted to talk, she just wanted to check in. And I remember being disappointed that it was her because I wanted it to be this guy that I was seeing. And I remember being disappointed. And I'll never get over the hurt in her voice and the regret that I have for reacting the way I did. It wasn't like I was nasty or anything. I was just, because I was slightly disappointed, and she caught that, and I'll never get over that regret. I lost her in 2007, and for the most part, I found ways to honor her, and I've gone through the grief process, but there's still things like this that kick it up, and that's totally normal. I just want to say, however you've lost someone, that's totally normal. For things to come up years and years later, but it's also totally normal to have guilt and regret over certain things. I loved her, and I'd give anything to hear her voice again. And she knew I loved her, but it just makes things so much harder when you have those moments that you cling to, and we all have those moments we cling to that we wonder, should I have done something differently? Or we know we should have done something differently, little by little until there was nothing at all. That's another line that really caught me. It reflects how a person can emotionally fade long before they're gone, and that's another pattern. That's another thing that you only recognize in hindsight. When the chorus returns, I think that the heartbeat question, I think that really carries a new weight now. Maybe it wasn't the body that needed saving. Maybe it was the spirit. Maybe it was the mind. Maybe it was the heart that needed saving. And again, he lands on that truth about feeling worthless, a pain that hides in plain sight.
before you go, we'll be better off by now. If I let my walls come down, maybe I guess we'll never know. You know, before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make it all stop hurting? It kills me how your mind can make you feel so worthless. So before you go.
Hello?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you speak up? A little louder, I still can't hear you. Just kidding. Leave a message at the beep.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you...
Whew, that was very heartbreaking, very emotional, very heavy. First of all, I want to touch on his voice because I kept saying each time that I was thinking of different ways that I would describe it, and I was having trouble doing that, but then I was getting swept up in this emotional wave. I would say that it sounds like someone who's trying to hold it together while their heart hairline fractures, like one little hairline crack at a time. And it's raspy, it's raw, and it's trembling in a way with almost unspoken grief, that you only hear when someone's telling the truth for the very first time. That's what I got from it. And I know obviously he's sung this song before, so it's not his first time. I'm gonna assume that voicemail is actually her last voicemail. I'm gonna assume that this is based on a true story and that voicemail was actually a last voicemail, which was haunting to me. I still remember my mom's last voicemail, and to be clear, again, my mom passed of a heart attack. Although I will say that my dad had passed 2 years prior, and I'm almost positive that she just kind of let herself go, that it was almost not official, but I think that she just didn't want to be here anymore and stopped taking care of herself, which I mean still has the same effect. But I remember her last voicemail. She was actually mentioning the song Back Here by BB Mac. That was our song. And I remember getting really upset with T-Mobile because they deleted that last voicemail, even though they were supposed to save it. But in each clip, she's smiling and she's laughing and she's having a good time. She always looks so happy. And then bam, like gone, done. She's gone forever. And I think that that is a reminder that anybody can be struggling and we might not see it, and that has nothing to do with us. They become masters at hiding it, and they become masters at wearing that mask, at wearing that smile, and it's not your fault for not seeing it. They've just become really good at it, because they don't want to burden other people, they don't want to upset other people, they want us to be happy, our loved ones, and so they mask it, and we become really, really good at it. As someone who has been in that mindset, we become really good at it, and we don't want other people to see it and know. So while us on the other side of losing someone this way, we might feel a lot of guilt and a lot of shame, there's no way that we could have known. And would we be better off if I'd let my walls come down? I think that one's huge too. It's the bargaining stage of grief from the Kubler-Ross model of the stages of grief, wondering if we would have been more open, more present, would that have changed anything? And obviously we have no way of knowing that. Those what ifs, they don't have real answers. They're never going to have real answers, and they can absolutely consume us if we let them, if we get trapped in that what if cycle. And I got trapped in that for years, and as you can see, I still sometimes get pulled back into it. By the final chorus, I think the repetition becomes acceptance. Even the right words might not have stopped a storm from happening inside someone's mind. Their mind turns on them. It could be a very chemical thing. It could be a very physical thing that we couldn't have stopped. The right words couldn't have stopped because their mind turned on them. Okay, so in my mind, when I was on that ledge, when I was ready to end everything, my mind told me that that was what was best for my loved ones. So it wasn't that my loved ones weren't there for me. It wasn't that my loved ones didn't care about me. It was that I thought I was a burden, and I thought that's what was best for them. So there was nothing really that they could have done to stop me in that moment. But I think that, knowing that we couldn't have stopped them, it's painful, and it's hurtful to know that. It's a painful truth, but I think it can also be really freeing, because you can love someone deeply with all your heart and not have the power to heal what they never shared, or what they never talked about, what they never opened up about. Deep under that pain, I just want you to know, if you've lost someone, deep under that pain, they knew that you loved them and they loved you. It's just that their pain outweighed their resources, their skills, their options to cope, their coping mechanisms. So this was a really powerful song. Thank you, Aaron, for bringing me to this. If there's any other Lewis Capaldi songs that you think I should do, I'd love to dive into his discography, because it sounds like there's going to be some real tearjerkers in there. I can tell that he's just a very emotional, emotionally intelligent, emotionally open person. So I'd love to dive more into this. Let me know what you think. And as always, good, bad, and crazy, make sure that you're sharing your mental health story here in the comments. That's how we shatter the mental health stigma. And I'd like to extend an extra invitation today that if you've lost somebody, regardless of how you lost them, that you can share a special memory of them, something about them in the comments below. That can help keep their memory, their spirit alive, just like you're helping me keep my mom's memory and spirit alive by talking about her. It can really help with the grieving and healing process, regardless of how long it's been. And if you're needing a little extra help in your mental health journey, you could check out my Happiness Boost course. It goes through the exact steps that I took to go from being in that really dark place to living a thriving life that I'm excited to get up and live every single morning. Well, maybe not every single morning, okay? Like, we all have those mornings where we're just thinking, I don't know how to do this. Like, you can tell I've been a little sick. These are the mornings where I'm going, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I figure it out because I built a strong tool set and I teach you how to do the exact same thing. Also, make sure that you're giving this video a thumbs up, share it. You never know who might need to see it. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Mwah.